Now give me my theme music.
FTX founder SBF has been given some free advice for surviving federal prison by former white-collar criminal Martin Shkreli, known as Farmer Bro. He spent 4 years behind bars for securities frauds between 2018 and 2022. He said he should consider shaving his head, deepening his voice, and skill himself up on gang culture and rap music. Oh man, you see what these new rap cultures do? I mean, literally, you have Martin Shkreli, who I found out about him because he was the guy who bought the one Wu-Tang album, which technically was an NFT. I guess you can call it a digital NFT. It was the only album. It was for $1 million, and Martin Shkreli bought it. That's how I heard about him. But of course, he got caught later as the farmer bro who raised the prices on pharmaceutical goods like a dick, like 700%. But the former prison inmate, he spoke on Unchained with my girl Laura Shin, love her. He suggested that SBF needed to rebrand himself for jail, as being a rich white kid from a good neighborhood doesn't sound great. So I doubt SBF is going to be in there regulating shit with his man tits, talking about I need vegan food. I mean, come on, man. He's gonna have to do something. But we'll see what happens if he goes to prison. He says Shkreli said, adding that his type of sensibility doesn't go over well there, as it is a very testosterone-filled, masculine place. He said he needs to, of course, shave his head, deepen his voice. I mean, it would be funny if he went in like this and then he came out as like a, I don't know, like a one of the white power Nazi dudes, like on American History X, go like the opposite of my boy. And he said he should no longer say he's from Stanford University. He doesn't know anything about the streets and criminal culture. My advice is to pick those things up as quickly as he can. He should be listening to as much rap as possible. He should be trying everything there is to know about gangs. I don't know if he was saying this in jest or if he was just being facetious, but that is one of the things that people say, you have to toughen up because people are going to try you. And he said, this sounds funny, but this could save your life. And, it sounds sort of like, I forget that movie where the guy, he was about to go to prison and he had like, he had not Forrest Whitaker, but what's the dude? He was the principal on Boston. God, I wish I could remember his name, but whatever. He was basically teaching them like how to be tough in prison. This sounds like one of those movies, one of those things where he's trying to show them what to do. Meanwhile, another former convicted felon, Sam Antar, the former CFO of the famously corrupt 1980s company Crazy Eddie, gave SBF an alternative piece of advice: jump bail and run. They can only hang you once. Better to lose $250 million to gain your freedom than spend 2 decades or more in prison. I'll give you the same advice my criminal lawyer gave me. They can only hang you once. And if he's facing 110 years, the only reason I would see why not to run is because he actually has a trick or a plan up his sleeve. They're going to have some missing evidence, or they're going to have a retrial or a mistrial, and he's going to get away with some small amount of some time or whatnot. Who knows? But if I'm facing 110 years and I get let out on bail, I'm taking the first thing smoking to wherever I have to go to not be caught, because they can only catch you once. I mean, why would you just willingly go in for 110 years? But of course, it's on him. He's very protected, so we'll see. And he actually, Shkreli, during an appearance on the Up Only TV podcast last month, he told Do Kwon, I just want you to know that jail's not that bad. It's not the worst thing ever, so don't fret. I hope it doesn't happen, but if it does happen, it's not that bad. And Do Kwon actually ran. He's people are saying he's in Serbia right now. So he's basically like, well, if they're gonna come get me, they're gonna have to come get me, and they're gonna have to extradite. So shout out to Shkreli for basically being one of the he's keeping his persona, farmer bro. He doesn't give a shit, trying to help out SBF and see where it gets. Somebody, yeah, that's it. Kevin Hart, Will Ferrell, Get Hard. That is one of the movies, but it's another one. It's another dude. He's like a rich guy, and he's getting taught. Man, he was making toilet wine. Oh man, I wish I could remember it, but it was a funny movie back in the day. It was before. It's basically Will Ferrell and Kevin Hart copied that movie, like everything else in Hollywood. Nothing is original. So it was before that. Humney developer, he about to get sent to where the government officials really reside. They probably got his recordings ready too. Rolling wishes. They're not about to let him get manhandled in there. Oh yeah, I mean, I'm sure they could pay a few people to watch his back. And of course, again, he's very protected. If you say I only got 100K, but somehow you come up with 250 million, that means they got money for protection. Nothing's gonna happen to him. They're not gonna touch a hair on his head at all. So